Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out Australia culture. Fun fact about Australia. Well, I grew up in Ireland, and I live in England now, so I have no clue what happens in Australia. Let's go.
Good day, mate, and
G'day.
welcome to Australia. Officially the Commonwealth of Australia, home to the kangaroo,
I
the
know that.
koala, the boomerang, and some of the most stunning coastlines you'll ever come across. It's the largest country in Oceania and
Okay.
the sixth largest country in the world.
Mm.
Although it is the smallest continental landmass, it is, in fact, the world's largest island. Just to compare,
It's an
the
island.
UK would fit into Australia approximately 32
What?
times. The most surprising statistic, though, is Australia's population density, one of the lowest in the world. Only 26 million
Yeah,
inhabit.
I was so shocked when I found out it was 26 million because I did another video about the whitest countries in the world, and Australia came like in the top five or something like that. And I was like, what? 26 million people? I thought it was going to be like at least 80, 90 million. Obviously, it's a large country, but obviously, there's not much people in Australia. Let's go.
The country. That's around 3 people per square meter.
Wow.
Most of the inhabitants are concentrated in or around the coastal areas of all the main states and territories. Made up of 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Tasmania, and 2
Tasmania.
territories: Northern Territory, or NT, and Australian Capital Territory, or
Okay.
ACT. Much of inland Australia is deserted. Though people mistakenly believe Sydney to be the capital, it is in fact Canberra.
I thought it was either Sydney or Melbourne. Canberra. What? That's a shock. That's a shock to me.
Which is in southeastern Australia, in ACT.
Canberra.
Australia is almost 4,000 kilometers from east to west
Wow, that's
and 3,200 kilometers from north to south. A flight that would take approximately 4.5 hours each way.
the
Generally,
same
the
country.
north is hot and tropical, while the south is subtropical or temperate, with most rainfall happening around the coast. There is even some snow in southern Australia and Tasmania during the winter months. As one of the most ethnically diverse nations, nearly a quarter of the country's inhabitants were born elsewhere, making it the 8th largest immigration
Wow,
population in the
cool.
world. Following World War II, Australia promoted itself with a populate or perish slogan, urging foreigners to visit and eventually settle, which most of them did. Firstly from Britain, then Europe,
Yeah,
and
to be fair, when I was growing up in Ireland, once you finish university, most people just go to Australia to go work in construction. Uh, yeah, mainly construction. Like, I know a lot of people that have moved to Australia to go work there, and they kind of love it. I think their wages over there is very, very, very good, and you kind of get good apartments as well. Most people live, near the seaside and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm not surprised about the immigration. There's loads of people that, especially from Ireland. Oh my god, so much people. It's like a normal thing. People just travel to Australia so many times. I'm used to that.
finally, Asia became the largest source of immigrants in the 21st century. The national language is English, though Aboriginal Australians have their own set of languages and customs. Today, there are an estimated 400,000 Aborigines, or Indigenous people of Australia. As a Commonwealth of the UK, Australia's head of state is now King
Wow.
Charles III, who is represented by a Governor General and a Prime Minister. Power is divided between the federal and state governments. Australia is a highly developed country with a strong economy, 13th in the world actually,
That's
an
good.
important exporter of agricultural goods such as wool, wheat, beef, fruit, and wine. There is also a need to import major items, most notably petroleum and crude oils, cars, phones, computers, and medicines. The national sport of Australia is cricket during.
Cricket. I would have thought it'd be rugby. 'Cause rugby's big in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, because when you're watching rugby, like Ireland's going to play in Australia in not the Six Nations in the World Cup. So I'm always surprised. I'm surprised now that Australia is only it's cricket. I know they play cricket with England every time. I'm only saying England against Australia, against the West Indies, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm a bit shocked. But yeah, let's go.
In the summer and football during the winter.
Rugby, not
Not
football.
football in the UK sense, but Australian football,
Oh, Aussie
which at first
rules.
glance compares to rugby with the use of hands as well as feet.
Aussie
As a
rules.
result of their fantastic coastline, Australia is also famous for water sports, and you'll be hard pushed to find a local who doesn't
Wow.
know how to surf.
Everyone knows.
We couldn't possibly finish without talking about some of Australia's most famous landmarks. Sydney Opera House,
That looks good.
located on the banks of Sydney Harbor, was designed by a Danish architect, took 14 years to construct,
14 years.
and has become one of the most famous structures the world over.
14
Right
years.
next to it is the Sydney Harbor Bridge, which is the tallest steel arch bridge in the world,
Wow.
and more than 150,000 vehicles cross
Wow.
it every day. Finally, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone formation situated almost dead center of Australia in the Northern Territory.
Okay.
Listed as an UNESCO World Heritage Site, Uluru is sacred to the Aboriginal people with its abundance of springs, water holes, rock caves, and ancient paintings.
Interesting.
With so much to see and do, and so much ground to cover, Australia is a tourist paradise. What are you waiting for? Get
Let's go.
yourself to the land down under.
Wow. That was so interesting. I feel like there's some facts there that I probably didn't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of something. The biggest one's probably going to be finding out about the cricket. I thought it was going to be rugby 100%. See, that was big. Also finding out that people, obviously the immigration, I kind of knew that a little bit, which was, I kind of knew that was coming. What other stuff did they talk about? Immigration. Did they love importance of cars coming in? I'm guessing Australia doesn't have a lot of oil. I think they talk about petroleum as well. So yeah, that was very, very interesting to learn about Australia. I'm sure there's more stuff I have to learn. There's so many. This is nothing. Just comment below any fact you want to check out. Send me the links of videos you want to check out, and I'll do it. This is so interesting. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.